Okay, here we go.
Dan, why are your pants so wet?
No! Not on camera!
And this is why I need MCM.
Bad cable management. It's a disease, and someone's got to cure it. That's why Linus became the setup doctor.
I'm Dan, I'm 31, and I'm the technical architect for Linus Media Group. Most of my free time is spent doing OST work for games, solo dev, and all that sort of stuff.
Are you planning to put on some weight, Dan? This is a wide door. Wow. Ceiling power? Ram wall?
I live in a garage.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah, also this picture there, if you want to just move the eyes.
Oh, God. You got projector screen.
Yes.
And projector screen.
No, this was the original one when I had the projector mounted up by the loft up there.
Right, and then you were like, what about second projector
What about
screen?
second projector screen?
Right.
And so I made a custom wall with, projectors.
I don't know what my expectations were, but this is them. Anywho, there's not actually that much in the way of awful cable management in here. I assume that's somewhere else?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Don't look.
When did you stop trying?
When I couldn't fit behind the desk.
I mean, there's not that much. What do you
There's
mean
more.
over there? You know what? It's not that bad. With the setup doctor here in the house and his capable team, I think we can fix what ails you. Wait, where do I even start for this procedure? Oh, too complicated. Thankfully, our sponsor, Odoo, is here to save my patient with their all-in-one platform for business. It's great for finance, sales, HR, marketing, and more. Odoo brings your dead workflow and your poor patient back to life. You know, considering all the utility, it's really not that bad in here. You've got your soldering / working station,
That's right.
You've got a couple 3D printers, You've got, couldn't help noticing, a 4 base station VR gaming setup in here. Gotta love it!
Hell yeah.
And then, can you explain this to me, because I don't music.
So this is a DigiDesign Control 24, and it only worked with a few versions of Pro Tools because Avid's an evil, evil company. I was taught that these are basically just a big mouse. The nice thing about this one in particular is it's motorized. So when changes happen in the box here, they're reflected in the unit. Somebody wrote a piece of software where you can connect it to anything, including Ableton, and it also has a MIDI mode, which is pretty cool too.
Okay, cool. And this is your mouse pad?
Yeah, because I don't have enough room for, a normal mouse pad when I'm using this.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, and then when I am not using it, I use this.
I hate it slightly less?
Yeah, it's kind of a bit better.
Moving over here, I like your rack, Dan.
Thank you.
You got a 2080 Ti?
The GPU actually came from one of the other things that I won at the Christmas party, which was that giant digital storm PC with the LTT on it.
Thought you'd never use it? You thought you'd leave it for so long that the die separates from the water?
Yeah, well, I haven't really had time to finish out my living room computer. Right now it has a 3090 in it, and then there's 2 more 3090s there, and then this 2080 Ti and this 2080 Ti, because I mostly just do DS game emulation. It also has 2 CPUs for about 112 threads and 128 gigs of ECC memory, because I gotta watch YouTube videos in the living room, right? So this is an in-progress project.
It's amazing that you talked for that long, and yet I have more questions than when you started. What's in here? Is that the that thing is made of?
No, the box is in the living room. That's the name of the living room PC.
Whoa, that joke's not safe for YouTube, but you can check out the uncensored version on lmg.gg/floatplane. But don't worry, the rest of the jokes are good old family-friendly fun.
That's what this house is all about.
Do you have a cat?
No, that is for nail polish.
Oh.
Why is that for a cat?
Oh, it's good for finding where they peed.
There's a...
Not yet! I mean, I can see how it all happens.
Yeah, exactly.
With all of this lewd material lying around. Okay, so what's the plan?
We get to work.
That's a lot of cable management.
There's a lot of cables.
Step 1 is we've got to get access to the back of this desk, and I assume the best way to do that is kind of slide out this side a little?
We're actually gonna be taking the whole desk out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Dan has made a custom new desk that's gonna go in this space, so we got a lot of moving to do.
Like everything's just coming out of here?
Everything.
Everything.
To where?
Garbage.
I can't wait. Ah! It's so heavy! Damage per second is not something that I really want in a gaming chair.
Yeah, I left the
To
tag.
wear, the ass or the bag?
Both of them.
Great. Good stuff.
Good work, guys.
There we go. Just put that down for a sec.
No, God, Dan, stop.
Little Faye.
What is falling? Dan's got this ingenious way to mount his monitors so that they're directed at him. It's a screwdriver.
Do you know how much Prime acoustics are? I'm not going to buy entire new ones. Most of this Eurorack's by IntelliGel, who I believe are local boys. Shout out IntelliGel. This rack's cool because it's 19-inch and it's also desk stand as well. I like this one.
Wow, is this the same company that makes the computers?
I highly doubt it because that thing's actually good. Thumbnail?
A spaghetti day?
I'm having an Italian food day.
Too much of Nona's cooking.
You're so skinny, you should eat something.
No, mama.
Let me do something about this mess with our sponsor, Odoo. You see, you probably have all kinds of different software for different things, like accounting, project management,
Stop zooming in my house.
HR and lead generation, and of course, marketing. Wait, what is that doing there? Stop wasting time on app hunting. Odoo is an all-in-one platform for everything you need, kind of like a magic toolbox. I just finished sending an invoice, I got paid, and I even reported Dan for stealing things from the office. All here on Odoo with no sweat involved. Try for yourself with their 15-day free trial of all their apps. Check out the link in the video description. Now let's put things back so we can continue our video.
Oh, come on. So do you see why cable managing is hard now?
Are you gonna know where all of this goes back into?
Yeah, I made a plan. That's part of what those are for. So this is basically where everything plugs in. I've labeled all of these in a little map of where everything's gonna go.
I'll take them from you.
This is what floatplane looks like.
Luke's in charge of floatplane. I know for a fact.
Oh
it
yeah,
doesn't
that's
look
right.
like this.
Make sure that it doesn't like concertina sideways. Oh! Ow! One of the reasons I'm so excited for this desk and for the doctor to come in here, because I'm an advocate for my own care, I've designed this desk to work specifically with MCM. So we've got 2 steel tubes along the back here, which should perfectly fit one of these XL arches. That'll create an integrated cable channel right in the back of the desk. All of them kind of connect to each other, so this cable channel will run perfectly along the entire backside of the desk. And if we want to get cables out of the backside of the desk, we can just put them like there and bring them out, easy. Now the last thing we have to do is just get this thing assembled. We got the leggies, and they're gonna bolt in like, yeah. This is one of the first welding projects that I've ever done, so some of them are nice. And as Tynan says, grinders and paint make me the welder I ain't.
Who designed the desk?
Me.
Is there anywhere that people could learn about how you designed it?
There is. I did a floatplane exclusive part of Dan Week. Get out. Nut.
Dan, why are your pants so wet?
You also got a server rack?
Yeah,
Why?
because you took my f***ing rack.
Oh yeah, all of those are like this.
All of the stuff has the stuff has to go back in the stuff. So I got a, what's it called, like a relay rack or something like that, which is more like a skeletonized rack. I got a whole bunch of cables from Infinite Cables. We'll show them off later. I'm really excited. I figured it was easier to like get all new cables than sorting out that rat's nest. And this is also something they sell too, which is pretty sick. Not super expensive and probably a little overkill, but it was the best kind of thing that I thought to do. You can see it's like a 28U rack or something like that. Not too bad. I should have got rack studs as well. That was a mistake.
Hey, look at the racks done.
Yeah.
So the rest of the plan is going to be, we're going to move the desk into its final position. We're going to get all of the stuff back in here on it, and then we're going to route all of those cables into this rack, and it's going to be really smooth, and there's not going to be any problems. Everything's going to go great. No one's going to cry. Dan? Dan! Not on camera! Dan, do not cry so loudly. You're on mic. Computer time?
Sure.
Monitors? Let's get everything up there.
Thank you. Yeah, that goes right there. This goes the other way. No, the cable management is great, but it's always a good idea to start with properly lengthed cables. You don't want a whole bunch of excess kind of balled up under your desk. So I went and got a whole bunch of these perfectly length cables from Phantom Cable, which will help us redo everything to be super neat.
Movie.
Yeah.
Switch.
Normal. Whole.
Patch Adams.
I was gonna say Freaky Friday.
And this is why I need MCM.
Dan, you said you had a good use for the cable ties.
Oh yeah, because I'm trying to mount this HDMI cable to like a vertical surface, but these ones don't work on vertical surfaces because they have to do that way. So the cable ties go vertical so you can mount them vertically.
One cool trick that we found out about these cable tie holders that we didn't even think about when we were developing them is that if you have, say, like short cable ties and you can't hold the whole bundle of what you're trying to hold, you can actually route 2 of them through this, so you can have 2 runs of cables going parallel by just instead of wrapping them all the way around the bottom, you just wrap them through there. Look at that, you can have 2 runs going. We've taken our magnetic power bar keys and we've hooked them up, so you just kind of put them through the little hole and you slide them in to lock them and then you tighten them down. Bada bing, bada boom.
That's not in the way.
Dan, stop. Not at the Dan, not at work.
Wow, this is great progress, you guys. Much better.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm kidding. Oh, wow, that sarcastic thing I said before, but again. Do you guys need some help?
We would love some help.
Oh, I love your desk though, Dan.
Isn't it nice?
This looks great.
Yeah, it looks like the last thing we got to kind of do is the rack and kind of get everything terminated here.
Sure.
But I think most of this stuff is.
I'm back right now.
You came back, thank you. Most of the stuff is going to end up here, and then I think that's about it.
Can I mount some stuff in a rack, or what can I do?
Yeah, let's get some stuff in the rack.
Did we not bring him rack studs? Do we not love Dan?
Nope.
Okay, right there and right there? Okay, I got you. Dan, the space looks amazing. Well, looks like it has the bones of amazing. All right, what else can I yes, okay, yes, good, yes.
Under.
Dude, this thing is heavy for not being on rails of any sort.
Oh, yeah.
Also, it's called a liquid channel, but did you really have to get liquid on it?
I don't know. I wouldn't touch it. The previous owner. I'm gonna not finish that sentence.
Where do you want this Power Play Pro?
Oh, under the liquid would work.
Sure.
And could you pull the rack
Like
out?
in the sink or the bathtub?
Bathtub. Sinkless stainless.
Sorry, you want the rack out?
Yeah, if you could just pull that out a bit.
Okay, here we go. Ah! Why do I keep doing this?
You need a hand? You good?
I even preloaded one. Man, I meant to hold that in my mouth and it ended up all the way in my mouth. So Dan, there's some Linus DNA on one of these nuts. Don't do anything weird with it. I'm taking your black light.
No, and I can't harden my nail polish.
I've never seen you wear nail polish. Is that actually what it's for?
It is actually for hardening nail polish, but the nail polish is used for like filling in embossed things. Because I used to do photography for a nail company. Apparently, Luke's mom works there.
No way.
Yeah, small world, huh?
It really is. Then again, Luke's mom works everywhere, so I don't know.
Whoa.
No, what? No. I meant she has a strong.
Yes, she does.
I meant she has a strong entrepreneurial spirit. What can I do for you boys? Wow, it's actually looking somewhat serviceable down there.
Yeah.
Wow.
What I think you can do now, if you so dare attempt, do you want to patch this?
Sure.
Now you're going to do that.
I don't like your spreadsheet.
Why?
It didn't print well.
A 3. I'm touching Adam's knob right now. He says it's
This
the
is
best
Dan's knob. This is Dan's knob.
Sorry, Dan's knob.
Yeah, you're good. You won't get to
No,
touch
but
my
this, don't be gross. Dan, I have patched your patches.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
I even put a cable tie there.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, I don't know about beautiful, but you can face the wall with it.
Acceptable.
That's the nicest thing he's ever said to me.
Don't forget it. So all the power is in this one here. So all the gear is going to get patched into that. And then the sub and both those monitors are also going to get patched in here.
And where's the DOM go?
That's you. I routed everything here so that most of the audio equipment turns on with a single button.
Simultaneously?
Simultaneously.
You
And all the
me.
gear.
And you.
There we go. Monitor, subwoofer. And all of this, we've got everything running.
Assuming I patched it correctly.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't matter as much. That's on, everything looks good. And I've even got these nice pull-out lights here on this power conditioner.
Pull-out lights.
Yeah.
I could have used one of those, then I might not have 3 kids.
So Dan, we're almost at the end. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. Everything seems to be working so far. Plugging things in, everything kind of worked out of the box, which is good. A couple of them were backwards. Seems to be a lot more space in here, which is kind of nice. I still have some work to do, probably after these guys leave me alone with my new desk and room. But yeah, I think we're just about there.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's been a couple hours. Oh God. Sorry.
I think that today was an undeniable success. I think this whole room looks crazy good. There's barely any cables in sight, despite the fact that it already looks a little bit lived in. I think it's been awesome. It's like, sure, there's a little bit of mess, but that's a server wreck. You're gonna deal with that.
Yeah, there's more work to do on it anyway.
Yeah. And when you get your desk organized, this will be a great place to exist.
Now that we've tidied up Dan's desk, which, by the way, looks amazing. It's time to tidy up his business.
I do a lot of freelance, and right now I'm just using Google Sheets to track my projects and do invoicing.
Odoo. Odoo has all kinds of apps, like their project app, which will help keep Dan organized and productive, allowing him to track everything he needs in terms of communication with the client, as well as its current status. It even has built-in time logging. Looks like I just made you 4 seconds worth of revenue on new music project.
That's $40.
Then when he's done, he can create an invoice in the accounting app, which includes integrated messaging so he can communicate with his team, and he can preview the invoice and go ahead and send it off. So don't wait. Try Odoo now for free at the link in the video description.
The Setup Doctor does it again. Tune in next time when he treats the setup of one of you. Yes, you, the viewer.
Another successful operation from the Setup Doctor.